We are here at the beginning of a very exciting project that's called ICDP DS, which stands for International Continental Drilling Project Dead Sea. This project is aimed at providing a unique record, unprecedented record of the paleoclimate and the paleoseismicity in the Middle East over the last 500,000 years. Collaborating with us are scientists from Germany, Switzerland, Norway, Japan, United States, and also scientists from Jordan and the Palestinian Authority.
And during the past hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of years, the climate change, the influence of these two regions changed through time. Sometimes the desert influence more, and sometimes the Mediterranean region is influenced more. And we are very interested to see what are the patterns, the temporal patterns, the patterns in time of these changes. The information that we get from the Dead Sea is not local, it's not regional. It will provide information for our entire understanding of climate changes in the globe.
Our point on Earth is also one of the best points to study and investigate the history of earthquakes and also the prehistory of earthquakes, and to compare it to historical and archaeological evidence that we have in this region. We can see the rupturing in the bottom of the Dead Sea by looking on very thin beds that typically precipitate here behind me. And once an earthquake comes, this thin lamination, this bedding is disrupted, and this is how we were able to test our predictions for the past. When we see interruption of this lamination, this means that there was high energy at the bottom of the lake. This means that there was a large earthquake, and we're talking of earthquakes of magnitude at least 5.5, which already can cause local damage, but these magnitudes can get as high as 7.5. Terrible earthquakes that history tells us that we've seen in this country.
איך הוא יוצר את זה? כל המשקעים ששוקעים הם משפיעים על המפלסים, והשינויים המפלסים האלה מתבטאים לנו בסדימנטים, גם בחוף וגם ביבשה, ושחזור המפלסים למעשה נותן את השחזור האקלימי. דבר נוסף שהסדימנטים האלה נותנים בצורה מאוד מאוד מדויקת זה רעידות אדמה, כי הסדימנטים שוקעים בצורה כזאת יפה, חורף קיץ, מלבד תקופות המלח, וברגע שאנחנו רואים שכבות מופרעות, אנחנו יודעים שזה הופע על רעידות אדמה, והגילים שלהם נותנים לנו מידע, ואנחנו כבר רואים ב-70,000 שנה האחרונות שרעידות אדמה לא באו ככה, אלא באו בצרורות, וזה דבר מאוד מפחיד. זאת אומרת, אנחנו בתקופת שקט, מאז 1927, אבל כשזה יגיע זה יכול להגיע בצרורות.
At this current time, our drilling operations are underway. They've been underway for the last 3 days. And in that time, we've been able to penetrate into the seafloor 90 meters, passing through intermittent clay layers and salt lenses. And we continue to pass through some relatively hard salt zones.
As the project manager on such a complicated project, it's my job to make sure that everything runs smoothly, that there is coordination between the different teams. On any given day there are between 5 to 10 senior scientists and just as many students, and there has to be coordination between the scientists and the students, and between the scientists, students and the drillers out on the platform, making sure that the laboratory is up and running, that the machines work, that they have enough equipment there, and basically making sure that the science is happening here and making sure that we get good results.
This is the first measurement that we do in the lab when the cores arrive from the barge, and what we measure is what we call magnetic susceptibility. That is, this is a magnetic field that orientated all the minerals that we have in the sediments. And here we have a major change in the lithology. You see here there are big pieces, chunks of salt. Here we have the probably carbonates again, and then here we have
This sample represents one of our major discoveries. During the last warm age, before the last ice age, without any human intervention, the Dead Sea shrunk. It made 5 meters of salt, then 10 meters of salt, then 20 meters of salt, then 25 meters of salt. On top of this, we have this. This is a pebble deposit that represents a beach.